Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Coleman. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Mark Andrews, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They run over center with Mitchell. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, Coleman got a man. That's Liggett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw again. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. In motion right is the running back. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And it'll be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. The defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Here's Prescott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Prescott looking deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Running free at the 45. Off to the races. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Right back to Mitchell here. And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott to throw it. That is caught. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, they convert on third with a gain of 22.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here we go.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Off the play fake, Prescott out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
From the gun on third down, Coleman. And that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is Gibbons over the middle. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Panthers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. A give here to Mitchell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Yeah! There we kill! What do you think?
Prescott now. Escaping the pressure right. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here we go. What do you think?
To throw is Prescott. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Mitchell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Right back to Mitchell on second down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And bulldozing his way through. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Back to throw. Coleman. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Looking to throw. Coleman. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun. Coleman eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
19 right. Come on. Set. Trusting 19. 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Coleman. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go. Panther 11. Take over.
Operating from the gun. Coleman. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Coleman. Now pass complete to Moore. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Patterson's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Here comes 2nd down.
Here we go. 26. Here we go. 47. 26.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Yeah, here we go. 46. Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
To throw, Prescott. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Here's 1st down.
Here we go, set. 70 ready, 70 ready. Track at 60.
Throwing to start the drive. Coleman dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd and 5. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation. Extra point try now for Patterson. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Let's go now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And that will write a finish to this.